Hello. This will be the short version of my story how I met Jesus. My parents became Christians when I was 11 years old, and I saw changes in my dad's life. He stopped smoking, he stopped drinking alcohol, and he started to take care of the family. He was working really, really hard to get us fed and get us educated. And I deeply respected that God whom he believed in. But for me, that God did not become personal until I was 19. But before that, when I was 16, there was a huge question in my soul. What is the purpose of my life? What's the purpose of my existence? Why am I here? And I couldn't live with some kind of superficial answers like life is there to enjoy it or whatever. It was just not working for me. So I was looking for the answers in philosophy. Uh, those answers did not satisfy me or my soul. So I started looking towards God as a creator, whoever he would be. I did not know his name, but then I kept looking, and I asked my mom when I was 18. I asked my mom, could she buy me a Bible? Um, and uh, and I asked that as a gift when I graduate. Okay, and so I received the Bible, and when I was holding it in my hands, I realized, yeah, I will live, I will read, and I will base my life on whatever is written in that book. It felt scary from one perspective, but then uh, I thought it is even more scary to live without a purpose. And I was reading as much as I could. I read the New Testament twice. I started reading the Old Testament, and I couldn't find a sentence. Andres, your purpose of life is this and this. I couldn't find this sentence, and um, it was troubling me. um, I was very immature, but but still, I needed the answer. Um, I started studying in a log house building. I That school was like 260 kilometers away from my home, and so life became very different. I became a student. I kept reading the Bible. I kept looking for the answers, even during students' life, and uh, because that question was so important. And there was a e- there was an evening, 7 days after my 19th birthday. I went to students' dormitories from my house, and I read. I was reading the book of Job during that time. Very, very difficult. But also, I was reading Rick Warren's book, Purpose Driven Life. And that book was speaking to me, and it said, you need Jesus, you need to confess, you need to give up your life to Jesus. And that was really simple for me, for the 21st century guy. Okay, and what happened? I went to bed and I couldn't fall asleep. There was a sense of guilt in my soul, and I simply couldn't fall asleep. And I stood up, I went to a room where I was alone, and I fell down on my knees for the first time in my life, and words came out of my mouth. Lord, please forgive me my sins and lead my life as you want. And in that moment, all the sense of guilt was just instantly disappearing, and I received a living peace. I had not experienced a living peace before. It was a peace that dwells in, regardless of the um, situation. Okay, so that's how I encountered Jesus for the first time, and the Lord has given me an opportunity to join the church where my parents were. I was also studying in Baltic Pastoral Institute for 3 years, so I have some kind of theological education. I also have ministered in a humanitarian aid organization, and I have experience in working with wood, both in sawmill and in wood shop. Okay, so and 7 years ago, me and my wife, we got married. We have 3 kids, and we are expecting the fourth in February, and my wife is a huge blessing, and it is a huge blessing when we can be united in our household. And the Lord was the one who chose wife for me. I was just agreeing. So yeah, that's my story in the short version. So thank you for your patience and uh, for watching. Be blessed. Bye.